So to further continue from the previous lesson, now we are going to see about the OBD for electrified vehicles. OBD for both electrical vehicles and also heavy electrical vehicles, hybrid electrical vehicles. Now, in the context of onboard diagnostics and vehicle diagnostics, electric vehicles, electric vehicles and hybrid electric vehicles have unique regulatory and diagnostic requirements due to complex complex electric propulsion system, battery packs, and power electronics and dual train architectures. All right, so there is a difference between the regular IC engine diagnostics standards and also electric vehicle standards, because in electric vehicles and hybrid electric vehicles, complex electric propulsion systems are prevalent. Now, global OBD regulations for EVs and HEVs are evolving to meet functional safety emission. Overview: why electric vehicles, hybrid electric vehicles need specialized OBD regulations. Unlike traditional IC engine vehicles, electric vehicles and hybrid electric vehicles contain high voltage batteries, inverters, DC-DC converters, onboard chargers. Now, electric drive motors, thermal management systems, regenerative braking systems, and diagnostics must monitor both emission-related systems and also electric safety performance systems. In IC engine vehicles, only emission related systems are to be monitored. But in electric safety, even the electric safety performance systems have to be monitored. So that naturally adds a additional onus on the OBD. So to further continue, the electric vehicles according to EOBD, it is not mandatory since no tailpipe emissions. Now it must comply with UNECE R100, UNECE R85, UNECE R110, which is to check the electromagnetic compatibility. Now future Euro 7 may include real-time monitoring of the energy efficiency and battery degradation. All right. So as per the as per the European standard, the above standards are thoroughly monitored by the OBD. Now when it comes to China, in the China OBD under China 6 and NEV regulations, HEV is covered under COBD2 with similar requirements as EU and US. Okay, both it is same requirements as European and also United States. It requires battery fault detection, regenerative braking and inverter monitoring, tailpipe emissions with ICE when ICE is active. Because it is a hybrid electric vehicle, still there will be some tailpipe emissions. So naturally, the standards regulating the emissions must be monitored. Now, when it comes to electric vehicles, naturally there are no tailpipe emissions, so tailpipe emissions are conveniently omitted. Now, when it comes to mandatory remote diagnostic, connected to National Data Monitoring Center, they must report battery temperature, voltage, state of charge, and charging events and anomalies. Now, when it comes to thermal events and fire risk, ISO 15118 and GP protocols for charging diagnostics. Now, when it comes to India, OBD is under the Bharat 6 and AIS standards. It is governed by Bharat Stage 6 and Automotive Indian standards. And when it comes to HEVs, it must comply with BS 6 OBD norms aligned with Euro 6. Additional monitoring of battery SOC and sensor faults, and electric motor malfunctions, DTCs for power electronics. Naturally, it is defined under Automotive Indian Standards 137, and it is also defined under Automotive Indian Standards 157. Now coming to electric vehicles, safety is monitored under AIS 038 revision 2, which monitors the battery safety, and AIS 156, which monitors the functional safety for electric vehicles, and AIS 131, which monitors the battery management system testing. It also plans for remote diagnostics in future phases. All right. So these are what are covered in India. So to proceed further, Oh, sorry, there's slight repetition here. By mistake, I just added a different slide. As you can see, there are different regulations for IC engine vehicles, hybrid vehicles, plug-in hybrid, and total electric vehicles. Now, I want all of you to pause the video and understand this table very clearly. In this video, I'm talking about diagnostic functions, I'm talking about electric vehicles and hybrid electric vehicles. So, what is common for electric vehicles and hybrid electric vehicles? DTC storage and reporting is common. Battery state of charge and SOH is also common, and the hybrid system insulation for fault detection is common. Inverter and motor diagnostics is common. But when it comes to emitter monitoring, emission monitoring, naturally EV does not fall into that category, and HEV falls into that category. And when it comes to mill indicator, optional and mandatory, CAN UDS based communication, and freeze frame data, optional, and it is optional when it comes to electric vehicle, and when it comes to hybrid electric vehicle, it is mandatory. Okay, it is prevalent. Now, when it comes to standards and the protocol summary, these are the various standards: ISO 14229 for UDS, 15765 for CAN, 27145 for worldwide harmonized OBD, SAE 1979, ISO 150315 diagnostic modes, UN ECE R100 electric safety for battery systems, AIS 156, AIS 131, and India specific EV diagnostic safety, and SAE J193971 heavy duty electric vehicle diagnostics. So these are the various kinds of standards and protocols that are governing the OBDs in various countries. Now, what are the future trends in electric vehicle and HEV OBD regulations? When it comes to cyber security, SAE J3061 UNEC R155 and battery health certification and state of health tracking. And when it comes to over the air diagnostics or vehicle to grid diagnostic data, these are all the various kinds of various areas, arenas, which are planned to be or which are planned to be brought under the governance of the OBD regulations. Also, integration with digital emission passports and global harmonization under WWH OBD2. All right. Now, when it comes to conclusion, global OBD regulations for EVs and HEVs are expanding beyond emissions to cover safety. When it comes to safety, high voltage insulation, over temperature, and when it comes to battery diagnostics, state of charge, state of health, and thermal runway, system performance, motor inverter, and telematics based reporting, especially in China and India. And these ensure that electrified vehicles remain safe, reliable, and compliant under global markets. Okay, so hope you got a idea about the various types of global standards which are governing the OBDs for electric vehicles and hybrid electric vehicles. Thank you.